Goran Dragic and Stephen Curry, they know each other well. They play against each other in the Western Conference of the NBA.
That's a great matchup right here because you have two players that are extremely aggressive offensively. Goran Dragic, he likes to take the ball up and just push it, and he likes to do his special spin moves as he uncorks them, as they call them, going to the basket. On the other side, you have Stephen Curry, who fills the lane, but his biggest advantage is that he doesn't go for a layup. He stops at the three-point line, and he doesn't think even a second about taking a wide-open three-pointer if you give it to him. So this is extremely difficult. You have to cover the fast break of the United States. You have to play tough transition defense, but not only to stop the running game, but also to cover the shooters that are filling the flanks. So watch out for Curry. He had 6 3-pointers and a game high of 20 points in the last round that put the United States here in the quarterfinal. I'm sure he's sharp and he's ready.
Kenneth Faried, well, for me, the real revelation of this USA team at this basketball World Cup so far. Certainly in Bilbao, where they went unbeaten. He was terrific. You know all about Anthony Davis.
I think Kenneth Faried, with his energetic play, has been a crowd favorite. I mean, he has really brought it on to every single game he's played so far, and he has worked extremely hard for all the minutes that he gets.
Hello, everybody. You're looking live inside the Palau Saint-Jordi. It's the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup quarterfinal. USA and Slovenia is underway. As the USA in the dark blue attacking the basket on the left of your screen, and already Curry comes out firing and misses. Now Domin Lorbeck, and you just have to wonder how quick this game is going to be. Zupan. A lot of teams against the United States like to control the tempo, slow it down a little bit, but you see Dragic had his shot blocked by Davis, and now Harden dribbles out on the perimeter. Harden gets in the lane, goes right at Zupan, and Faried goes up for the follow and is fouled.
And this is Kenneth Faried. I mean, he just goes after every single offensive rebound he can get. He just makes sure if the shot is made, that there's a second shot for the United States. It's why he's been so valuable for his team. Look at it one more time. Missed by James Harden, but a great rebounding position by Faried, who gets fouled in the act of shooting, and he's getting 2 free throws.
And you see a lot of the bearded fans here supporting James Harden. And it's Kenneth Faried making the first. There's the brain trust. Jim Boeheim, Coach Mike Krzyzewski, Tom Thibodeau. You couldn't see Monty Williams, but he's also on the bench. And misses the second, but the rebound goes over to Harden. And Anthony Davis crashes the boards and goes out of bounds over Slovenia.
I think at some point Alan Omi is going to have to start, but I think this is maybe a tactical move by Coach Dove just to calm him down, allow him to look at the American stars in the beginning of the game, and maybe he will come better and stronger off the bench.
By Kyrie Irving. Curry pulls up, rims out, and the offensive rebound, no good, and put back, no good, and now Goran Dragic in the open floor. 3-on-1, and Goran Dragic couldn't quite get the handle of it, his dribble, and brings it back.
I mean, you look for easy basketball. If you don't do it, you just have to set up a good offense and use some of the clock.
Lorbeck, soft shot, draws the foul.
And that's it. I mean, I told you before, he's extremely quiet. I mean, he's going to wait for his spot, and then there was a tiny opening there, and he just relentlessly drove it to the middle. Look at that right here. He just passes Harden and takes a pull-up shot that was fading to the outside. A tough shot to make, and a not gutsy move right there to drive right against Anthony Davis, who is as long as they get.
And Lorbeck, good free throw shooter, but misses. And Harden sneaks in there for the rebound. Faried gets into the lane, and his pass to Anthony Davis. He's fouled by Uros Slokar. Slokar having a hard time.
Well, I think that Uros Slokar wasn't just aware of Anthony Davis or where the pass was going, so he just made sure that he at least fouled because he knew there was an extreme danger of Davis just receiving the ball too close to the basket and just slamming it home.
You can just see the length of Davis causing problems.
Well, Slokar is for sure an undersized center. He's more of a power forward.
Pass from Curry to Faried, and
I thought that the defenders had a pretty good position right there underneath the basket, and they didn't even try to jump for the block. Let's see it one more time.
I think Zupan may have slid in there. As he was up.
He was in motion.
3-point play, so the USA now on top, 4-2.
For sure, if you're Slovenia, just really want to make use of your foul. So if there's somebody close to the basket, you want to foul him before the shot is taken.
Zupan hands it off to Goran Dragic. Now Zupan backs up Curry with the size mismatch. And Curry reached around.
That was a quick read and a good read by the Slovenians because Miha Zupan, right here, look at it, there's a switch. And against Curry, that's a mismatch.
Zupan comes out of the game and Balasic checks in.
So they go even smaller. That is a gutsy move right there to go with Balasic at the 4 and Slokar at the 5. I wonder how they're gonna keep off the offensive rebounders.
Dragic. Nice pump fake and the follow from Juro Slokar.
Did you see the footwork of Goran Dragic? Great follow-up by Slokar. I just couldn't believe how quick on the pivots was Goran Dragic.
For those crazy Slovenia fans, that chauffeur wearing the green chauffeur's hat and sunglasses. Now, Dragic was warned for interfering with the ball after he came through the hoop. So the next time he or any of the Slovenians do that, there'll be a technical foul.
Well, I thought he was just frustrated that he missed an easy shot right there after making a great fake.
Curry guarded by Dragic. And foul beforehand.
That's a foul on the floor, but that's a smart foul to use because there will be no 2 free throws. But now this is the 4th foul of Slovenia, so the next foul will be 2 free throws, regardless. You have to be careful. You don't want to spend your fouls too early. They only play 2.5 minutes.
Pass, it goes, and 3 denied.
That was Balasic with a great block right there.
And a quick pass to Balasic. Slokar gets it back in. Oh! Great try! Right down the lane.
That was a great play right there. I mean, he just got immediately through the middle of the lane.
Kyrie Irving over to Harden. Off 1 foot. And Davis didn't time his jump right. And Slokar gets the rebound to Goran Dragic. Now the pace quickening. Goldman Lorbeck pulls up. Is that a 3? No, it's a 2.
That was a long 2-pointer. Hit both feet on the 3-point line.
Now 8-4, Slovenia on top, and Anthony Davis is able to just kind of float in there because Balasic fell over, and Lorbeck had to commit the foul.
Goldman Lorbeck took one for the team. This is the previous play, and Balasic just makes a block from the back. And this right here is Goran Dragic just coming down the lane. Nobody contesting that dunk. That was so quick that nobody even had a chance to react from the US big guys. Slovenia is going to have to watch their fouls because now you have Zupan with 2 and you have other 3 players with 1 foul. So you have spent already 5 fouls in 3 minutes of play.
Both free throws. Cuts it back to an 8-6 lead for Slovenia. Now Goran Dragic goes to his brother. And the pass could not be handled by Slokar, and he did miss the foul, and it's going to be free throws for the USA.
That was a great pass by Goran Dragic. I mean, Slokar just was not ready, just fell out of his hands. That's going to be frustrating from Goran Dragic because I thought that he prepared him a good shooting position. And Slokar is a good shooter. It was just a hard pass.
Now, Balasic comes out and Omic comes in. So, Sudovs is really kind of changing things around. Is he trying to confuse the USA or is it just a foul issue?
Well, I think you just need to put some big body in there. I thought it was gutsy just to have Slokar and Balasic there as your big man against a lineup of Davis and Farid. So I think now it's a little bit more equal.
Free throw is good. So now we have a tie game. Well, Slovenia haven't played a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination, and they're still tied 8-8. And Omic hands it back to Dragic. Dragic from the corner, and there's Omic. Couldn't rebound it. Now Curry takes it, gets the contact, no call, but Davis there for the rebound and the follow.
And the Slovenians get on that point. It's Omic just gonna have to make sure that Davis doesn't get such easy shots.
Quick touch pass over to Lorbeck, and Davis with the rebound.
And this is dangerous if you start running the fast break, fast pace.
Curry from the corner, and Curry has yet to heat up, and a foul is called on Fareed for pushing off for the rebound.
I don't know.
Is it Curry?
No, I think it's. I think it was a Fareed.
Yeah, it is on Kevin Fareed.
It wasn't a rebounding situation, but I thought it. This is the miss right here, and look at the finish by Anthony Davis. I mean, Coach Doss was really upset, and Omic that he didn't get a rebound. He's gonna make sure that he puts a body on somebody.
Derek Rose, you can see getting up off the bench to check in for the USA. Slokar pushed by Fareed. And keeps his poise, good spin move.
Wow, that was Lada pivoting down over there. It was close to travel, but he keeps his composure, is able to connect.
Cousins is going to come in for the USA as well. There's Kyrie Irving, had the shot blocked, I think. And comes out with it, puts it up. The jumper, good from mid-range, and draws the foul.
I think Irving lands on his low back that's been sore in the tournament, but just way too many fouls there for the Slovenians. I think this is just gonna come back to haunt them. Slokar and Zupanovic too, they just gotta play more conservative.
Well, that foul was on Goran Dragic. Now watch what happens at the end. And when we were in Bilbao, we saw Kyrie Irving at the end of the game, one game, just fall.
He went down hard. It was on his low back. I forgot what game it was, but it was a hard landing. He was out for practice the following day. It was a rest day anyway, but then he came back strong.
Klay Thompson also back in, or it makes his first appearance. So Omic and Cousins out of your picture, getting into it a little bit. Now Rose comes into the game to replace Kyrie Irving, who's going to try to run it off.
I mean, DeMarcus Cousins, an extremely physical player there for the United States. He's the biggest body they have, so I'm sure he's just going to go at Omic very hard.
Offensive foul called on Slovenia on Domen Lorbeck.
And he gets a shove there from Cousins. It lands right in front of the American bench. Look at it one more time. Oh, yeah. He caught a beard.
He put his left hand up there, hooked him, and it's been called in this Basketball World Cup. Now, goes to Fareed. Comes out, Cousins there, kept it alive for the USA. Now Derek Rose, he's promised everybody he's going to shoot better in this game. He's struggled from the floor. There he follows it up and puts it up, and Austin's going to call a timeout.
This was offensive rebound number 4 of the United States. They're going to have to tighten up the offensive rebounding, the Slovenians.
So Slovenia called timeout here. They're trailing 15-10 against the United States. And you can see that fact that they've played the USA Basketball Championships.
And they finished 8th during the last World Championship, which was called back in 2010 in Turkey.
Yep. And they played the USA in the preliminary round both in Japan in 2006 and Istanbul 4 years ago.
I think if you coach Doss, you have to be concerned about rebounding, not only offensive but overall, because United States is already completely dominant in this area. They are leading 15-7, and I think that this is something that Slovenia are going to have to find a way with their young players Omic or experienced Slokar just to balance out the complete domination of USA.
A lot of fans up there in the stands enjoying this game. Now Klay Thompson is guarding Zoran Dragic. Again, Slokar uses pivot, but this time passed it back out. Dragic. Zoran Dragic, pump fake, puts up a three. Good! Nope, that was a two. At the time.
But a nice ball movement to put the ball on the inside. Ball goes outside, penetration, and kick to open shooter. Good job by Zoran.
Harden with the beard, gets inside. Whoa! Reed goes up for the follow. And you can see why he's causing such a buzz in this tournament.
You really got to box him out if you're Slokar.
Zoran Dragic from the right. And Cousins with the rebound. Quickly out to Rose, who goes in, and just like that, grease lightning.
Lightning, absolutely right, Jeff. I mean, they just turn on the jets and go. Team USA running the fast break.
And Lorbeck, though, answers with a three.
That was a nice setup there by Zoran Dragic, who penetrated the defense that collapsed, and Lorbeck just waited an open spot and knocked down a three.
But how do you keep Davis? How do you keep Farid off the boards right now? They're a nightmare scenario for Slovenia. Now, Thompson off the back of the rim.
That was a good box out there by Omic. I think you just have to put a body on him.
And Dragic goes in, throws it back outside to Lorbeck for another three. And misses, and Farid goes up and brings it down. Thompson, pump fake, gets inside, hangs, and draws the foul.
And I think Omic must have landed on his foot because he's limping there. Seems like his ankle might be sprained a little bit. Let's hope that he can walk it off.
Well, he made sure that that wasn't going to be a made shot. And Omic is, and again, that was the play from Harden where Farid came in for the follow-up dunk. Look at that.
I mean, he just took an elevator and threw that one down.
Hey, can I just say, excellent camera angle. Look at that. He's up there. He's up around the backboard. You got to come down, Kenneth, at some point. He is electric.
Oh, he's been a beast. Absolutely a beast in the tournament.
In a complimentary sense. Every player would love to have a beast like Kenneth Farid in their team. Well, great shooter, Klay Thompson, but missed the free throw.
You don't see that too often.
USA 7 of 9 at the free throw line. Slovenia 0 for 1. And the fouls are accumulating, as you say, on the Slovenia side. Slokar has 2, Zupan has 2, Billy Lorbeck has 2. Balazic comes in for Slokar, and Omic is trying to run off that foot problem, the sprained ankle. Now Dragic, a little bit of a mismatch with Cousins, but he passes out of it. Now Prepelic, who's come in, gets it back to Dragic. He goes around and is fouled by Cousins. So that's the 4th team foul on USA.
Zoran Dragic has been struggling a little bit. When you see him here penetrating and drawing the foul on Cousins in the last group game against Lithuania in the round of 16, he hasn't really shot the ball well from the outside.
Prepelic, and just has it taken away from him by Cousins.
There was absolutely nowhere to go for him.
Thompson for 3, good!
Count that one. He's gonna shoot it from anywhere. There is not a shot that he doesn't like. I mean, we said before, you gotta give him at least a small opening. He's gonna immediately put it up.
That's why Slovenia have to maximize their possessions. And Dragic steps out of bounds. And right now, USA going for the early knockout. They're on quite a run here. See a good look at it. Steps out of bounds. That's how much pressure he's under. Derrick Rose misses, but offensive rebound.
Another foul.
Foul on Ido Muric.
That's foul number 10. But this is about concentration. I mean, did you see that? I mean, the shot was taken and all the players just watched the ball bouncing. Nobody really boxed out. Thompson, he was completely left open, got a running start. Collected the rebound and just went in for the drive.
But again, misses a free throw. Uncharacteristic. We see the USA fans here.
Maybe he needs the defense there, Jeff. If he's too wide open, it's a strange thing for him. Washington State product. Plays together with Stephen Curry and Golden State Warriors. What a 1-2 combo they have up there.
Son of Michael Thompson, former NBA player. And so he makes 1 of 2 and takes it up to a 9-point lead. The USA really gaining separation here early. And Slovenia have to stop the bleeding.
Goran Dragic's going to have to get involved. He's going to have to score some points or hit some outside shot. It's been difficult for him because he's very. And another turnover.
Cousins just takes it away and goes down for the two-handed jam.
Look at the big fella just getting a steal and leading the fast break. That was kind of a long jump that he took over there. Had to stretch out to finish the dunk.
He's been a solid player for the USA in this tournament. Dragic over to Prepelic, passes it up and is fouled by Curry. So 11-point lead, the biggest for the USA in the game. And look at it, just Omic has got to do a better job.
It's about protecting the ball, just being focused and prepared, because you can expect the United States to attack you, so you just better have to firm up and just really expect to get slapped across the hands and the wrist, but then you gotta hold on and play through it. It's a big experience for Alen Omic, 22 years old.
It's a big experience as well for Prepelic at the line. Another youngster.
21.
21 years of age and looked good on his free throws. So priceless experience for him here at the Basketball World Cup. He didn't have to go in the opening quarter. Thompson, bounce pass to Cousins, and Cousins travels.
Shuffler lifted his feet off there when he made a pump fake right there. Nice play with Rose, but right there, he takes an extra step there before he put the ball on the floor. Good call by the referees.
And foul inside on the USA on Rudy Gay.
I don't see that one. It was well off the ball on Edo Muric. Probably some fighting. I know it was on Balajic.
Yeah, so Balajic gets free throws out of it. So again, an opportunity for Slovenia to get closer at the free throw line, but Balajic misses. And this is an area where you would really like to capitalize on all of your opportunities if you're Slovenia.
Absolutely, those are some easy points. And you felt the three-point shooting of Slovenia only 1 for 5, so they're really struggling from the outside as well.
Derrick Rose attacks Goran Dragic, hangs in the air, misses. Boy, Rose, you can just feel, is desperate to get on track offensively.
A lot of bodies flying there on the offensive rebound with Cousins just attacking.
Now Dragic. And Balajic takes it away from Prepelic. Muric fake looks off the teammate, and great play from Omic to roll to the basket and follow it up.
And this is what he can give to his team. He got a running start there. He's a big body and collected the rebound because everybody challenged the shot and nobody was in a rebounding position for the U.S. players.
Thompson pulls up. It's good.
That's money right there. This is a play that he will run all day. He will get a big pick from Cousins. If he's wide open, he's going to knock down the shot. If you help, he's going to drop the ball to Cousins on the roll. Tough to defend, really tough.
Dragic with 10 on the shot clock. There's about a 6-second differential with the game clock. Rudy Gay was there to read it, so he didn't make the pass, and now a foul called on Curry for the reach.
He got beat.
And that's his third foul, and he picked it up here in the first quarter, so the USA's hottest player coming into the game is, and really, I think you're going to get that one if you reach around and take a swing like that.
I mean, he's shaking his head, but I thought he got beat fair and square and just reached from the back. That's a foul. I mean, the referees are looking for that. I mean, this is a reaction.
And what it does is it gives Prepelic a chance to go back to the free throw line, where Slovenia has been able to at least stay within touch here. USA will have 9.7 seconds left if he makes this one to get it. He's a good free throw shooter. Prepelic, nice stroke. And now Rose brings it up. 6 seconds. 5 over to Harden. Harden looks, gets it up, and puts it up. But it was such a bad shot that it clanged off the backboard and right into the hands of Cousins, who draws a foul with 0.1 seconds in the quarter.
And it's number 2 on Omic right here. Just have to box out. This was a difficult shot to rebound because it was an air ball. So
that's a tough box out as well. I mean, he just wasn't fighting hard enough, I guess, because Cousins was coming whether he liked it or not.
And Cousins just so heavy that if he gets some sort of a running start, then it's almost impossible to keep him off. But I think the biggest issue was that the ball just bounced off unexpectedly.
Well, Omic throws the baseball pass after the miss.
That was a Hail Mary right there.
That was hoping that Hail Mary would be answered, but it was not. But Slovenia do a good job of coming back. Great start for the USA, though. They lead at 29-22.
Here we're looking at the stats after the first quarter. Slovenia struggling there from the three-point line. They missed 3 free throws. USA also not so sharp after the first 3. Both Curry, 1 for 5 also. Extremely big advantage there for the United States on the boards. 20 rebounds of USA against Slovenia 11. 2 assists on both sides, no steals for Slovenia. Look at the best scores. We see them now. This was the play between Curry and Farid. I mean, Farid, boy, did he just come out very intense there in the first quarter. I mean, he was a key for the initial run of United States, and he's been almost a factor always in all the games early on. Big problem there, I think, for Slovenia with the fouls is they have collected 11 fouls in the first quarter. That's going to be extremely difficult for them to stay with the same intensity, meaning just fouling the US players and not allowing the easy plays to be accomplished. United States, as a result, they have already shot 14 free throws there in the first quarter. So a lot of free throws, a lot of fouls that we have seen early on.
How do you interpret, as you look at Cousins getting out of the fast break, the 3 fouls picked up by Curry?
He just committed them. I thought that the last foul was a clear foul. I mean, he got beat by Prepelic.
It's strange that you see so many fouls committed by Slovenia, and you see Curry kind of unnecessarily. I mean, he's not clicking all of a sudden in this game. I mean, where do we see the USA right now?
Well, I think they have so many players that it is not a big issue that Stephen Curry, even though he's the hot man.
But it could be a bigger issue.
Well, I mean, later on, but this is a thing for him just to tighten up and be more focused there defensively, because, I mean, maybe he's a little bit surprised that the player that he was guarding is immediately attacking him after receiving the ball.
Hello, welcome back to the FIBA Basketball World Cup. If you're watching this quarterfinal, you just saw Shakira there on the screen. Pop star. She's among the stars in attendance here tonight. United States leading by 7, and Slovenia. Here's Omic trying to get closer, but Kyrie Irving, who's come back in, just takes it right away from Ido Muric, but Muric hustles down and makes the block.
Look at the young fella making the block right there. What a play.
Well, you don't want to give anything away like that. It's great hustle, though, to get it back from Ido Muric. Here's Prepelic. Prepelic for 3. Good! And that gets the Slovenians off their feet. Oh, that was a 2. Boy, I can't see their feet tonight. Oh, great answer from the United States.
That was a 3-pointer that you call for. Klay Thompson is just relentless. I mean, he immediately punishes the defense if they don't cover him.
Quickly to the other end, and this time Klay Thompson gets up and comes up with the block.
Against Jaka Klobuchar, who just checked in the game a short while ago for last seconds there of the first quarter. And now he gets a warm welcome there from Mr. Klay Thompson. Look at it right there. He doesn't get the contact on the body. This is what you're going to get if you're a great leaper like Klay Thompson against you, who's also very strong. He's not going to give you anything for free, that's for sure.
So the lead back to 8. Anthony Davis back in. Harden drives in. Ball runs out. There's Davis getting it back and putting it up and draws the foul.
So you got back Anthony Davis and Kenneth Faried. I mean, Mike Krzyzewski is just really making fast substitutions over there. He's keeping his guys fresh and energetic. This is what you like as a coach. I mean, just to make substitutions, everybody plays it 100%.
And as Davis takes these free throws, you know, the Slovenia coach saying, hey guys, you got to box out, and showing the, you know, you got to use your arms, you got to use all your strength to keep these guys off the glass. They are absolutely destroying them on the boards right now.
They have 15 offensive rebounds. I thought it was the other way around. I cannot believe that. We got 15 offensive rebounds. This is an absolute massacre there on the offensive glass by the Americans.
33-24, the USA back in front by 9. Prepelic comes out. Klobuchar back out of the game.
Jeff, I'm looking at the box score right here. It's 4 offensive rebounds for Davis, 3 for Cousins, 3 for Faried. That's 10 offensive rebounds for the big man of the United States.
Slovenia crowd trying to get a little bit of energy into their team here. Dragic dribbles into the lane. And his pass, Red.
He cannot get a look at the basket. I mean, they are just completely staying close to him, face to face. Goran Dragic is just really guarded well by the United States. They really prepare well for him.
Jaka Blasic in the game, number 9. There's a little runner from Dragic. That's a 2.
That was a tough shot, and he had to work for that one very hard.
Now Kyrie Irving goes behind his back. Bounce pass to Davis. He kind of fumbles it and travels Davis.
That was a tough pass for Anthony Davis. It was not his ankles, but his knees. So when he was on the run, just couldn't get a handle on the ball. That was a turnover.
Pass over to Blasic. You see Anthony Davis is trying to come out for the steal. Now this time he is going to come up with it. He's going to give it back to Faried, and he's going to quickly jump up and slam it with 2 hands.
That was a quick pass, nice pass by Anthony Davis. He knew that Goran Dragic was coming back. He wanted to avoid the foul, made the pass, an easy slam dunk for Kenneth Faried.
So Jaka Blasic with that turnover. Now Blasic again has it knocked out of his hands from Irving, and here it comes! Oh, that's Kenneth Faried.
He gets up. He gets up. That was a nice breakaway right there. Easy slam to make, but the way he gets up, it is incredible to watch with Manimal in action.
Well, 2 turnovers from Jaka Blasic leads to 4 U.S. points. Slovenia have to call a timeout.
50 pikova. Zaštitite žogo na 2 noge. Na 2 noge
Fast break points, the story of the game. Look at it, 15 for United States, 0 for Slovenia. What the United States has been trying to do the whole tournament. They've been trying to start everything with their tough man-to-man defense. The man-to-man defense usually causes the turnovers, and then they are off the races like we have seen so many times in this game and in the tournament. It is simple, but you need the players, you need the attitude, and you need the athletes.
This is Faried on the breakaway after the last steal, and there's Blasic.
This is all about protecting the ball. You just really have to expect the contact. It's clear that the American players are just going to go for the steal.
Well, points off turnovers.
Tell me.
14 of the USA's 37 points have come off turnovers.
It's extremely difficult to hope for a game from Slovenia. You know, if this happens, I think that now it is time for Goran Dragic to get involved, but it's going to be very difficult. I think his teammate's going to help him too.
Here comes into the corner. Back out to Blasic. And Kyrie Irving comes up with the ball. Quickly gets it up the court. Goes out of bounds.
And this is just in the blood of American players. Whenever they get the ball, they immediately push the ball up the court. Look at that. Kyrie Irving almost with Kenneth Faried. It was a 2-on-1 situation at the end of the day.
Klobuchar. You see him guarding. now Anthony Davis. So back to Omic. Dragic. Puts it up and puts up an air ball.
I mean, Klay Thompson is just sticking with him.
Harden goes in and charges.
He did hit. I think it was Jaka Klobuchar who got hit in the chest with James Harden going into the lane. James Harden just cannot believe it. He thought it was an and-one situation.
Well, you know what Coach K thought of that call? Here we go, look again.
Chest to chest, tough to say.
Zubac up top, over to Balazic. And again, that perimeter, that pressure on the perimeter from USA is just wreaking havoc.
It is a tempo that is so difficult to withstand if you're the opponent.
Well, they don't have much time on the shot clock. And Davis blocks it with 1 second left now here on the shot clock.
Look at it right here. I mean, Jaka Klobuchar was just trying to make a soft shot over Davis. No chance.
Dragic gets it up and puts it up, an air ball. So where do you go? I mean, to be honest, it feels like it's worse than 11 points at this stage. So Slovenia have to feel good that they're only down by 11 because, boy, the USA have really turned it up a notch defensively.
I mean, defensively, it's been just a storm. I think that the Slovenia is just going to have to firm up more and take care of the ball.
Oh, the alley-oop pass to Anthony Davis, but he misses. Now, Dragic up to his brother Zoran Dragic, who gets in and has the shot blocked, but he is fouled by Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson saying Zoran Dragic was using his elbow or his forearm to get free. You can see him right there, see?
Yeah, Thompson doesn't like that call. Look at the rare fast break here by Slovenia. They gotta try. I mean, anytime you get a chance for an easy point, you just gotta go and take it.
Well, the foul was called, so Harden sits down, disappointed they didn't have an and one. And you've got DeMar DeRozan who's checked in his place.
That's another great athlete that Mike Krzyzewski's got at disposal. He's incredible in the open court. If he cuts down the lane on a post-up situation, you can just watch out for a spectacular dunk finish. Watch out for him to make some nice plays on both sides of the court.
So Slovenia 6 of 9 at the free throw line. And Irving just floats right in.
But that was a smart play. He just split the defense that opened up, and then he just completed the play. What a nice, smart play.
Dragic gets in, over to Zupan, who's legally deaf. It's quite a remarkable story that he plays with that earpiece.
He's a warrior. I mean, he's been on the international scene for so long, and we have seen him just develop and develop, just never give up. Look at the play right by Kyrie Irving. Everybody just went away from him.
It parted like the Red Sea. Look at this. The Mediterranean. That's where we are. Oh, nice pass to Lorbeck.
That was a smart play. He used the curl screen. Nobody helped from the big guy, so easy layup for Domen Lorbeck.
Anthony Davis. That's probably where they'd rather he be, but he just shows how talented he is.
And this is his marquee move right there. If he faces up, he's gonna try to jab step at you. If you give him a little bit more space, he's gonna put up the shot.
You saw Jeff Capel over there watching the Duke associate. Nice two-pointer from Domen Lorbeck.
That's a tough shot. He was fairly closely guarded on that one.
Offensive foul, Anthony Davis clearing out with Miha Zupan.
I thought that Miha Zupan just went against the elbow. That's a smart play by him because the referees are looking at it. Yeah, he got him on the chin. Anthony Davis did. He didn't go with the arm against him. Just, oh, he did on this one. It was a better angle right there. It didn't look so bad here from our station.
Irving and Farid out. Rudy Gay back in, as well as Cousins. So plenty of options.
DeMarcus Cousins just gonna now put some serious body there on Miha Zupan.
Zupan tries to set the pick. He gets it. Pump fake. We thought about putting it up. Now Zoran Dragic puts it up. Cousins brings it quickly. Rose, who's come back in. And Rose gets it up and in. And that's the Derrick Rose that everybody likes to see.
That's an incredible speed and change of direction. Derrick Rose is the best athlete I think that they have from the perimeter on the U.S. squad.
Zupan seems reluctant to take that shot now. And Lorbeck gets in and is fouled by Cousins.
I don't know what Cousins is upset about. It was a full body hug right there on Lorbeck.
Look how quickly he explodes down the court and gets up. Rose. It's just amazing to watch, isn't it?
After the injuries that he had, is an incredible comeback. And the shape that he is in right now, it doesn't seem like he was injured one bit.
Lorbeck misses the first.
You know that Coach Tom Thibodeau that coaches as the head coach of Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose with this club's gonna be happy about this, about his recovery.
Well, there's been a lot of talk in the, at least in the American media, about Rose's shooting woes here. He's still trying to get that stroke back. And that pass to Cousins, the alley-oop, goes out of bounds.
That was a really hard pass there from Rudy Gay. But I thought that if Cousins was ready, that would have been a nice, almost an alley-oop dunk. You gotta have your hands ready if you're a big guy, because they're not gonna look for you forever.
Dragic with 4 points. Back it goes to Balazic. He tries to make the pass, is able to get it to Lorbeck. Now inside to Zupan, who quickly gets it up off the glass.
That's a really quick shot right there. He caught it in the lane and just immediately made a turnaround jumper. Wasn't worried about it getting blocked that time.
Slovenia
in the zone defense now.
Lorbeck on the jump shooter and Balazic. And now a foul called on Cousins and pushing Zupan down.
That's frustration foul right there.
And Cousins needs to calm down here. Let's see. Oh no, couldn't quite see it there. We saw Zupan go down. So timeout on the floor. The USA leading at 43-34 over Slovenia.
So now the fouls were a little bit of an issue there in the first quarter for Slovenia. And Coach Dawson, I think Coach Krzyzewski's got now two players, I'm sorry, with 3 fouls. Stephen Curry picking up 3 fouls in the perimeter, and DeMarcus Cousins, when he was very physical there on the basket, also 3 fouls. Points of turnover, still a big edge there for USA, but at least they're not piling it up. It was 14-0 just 4 or 5 minutes ago, so they haven't been able to score off turnovers again.
And also the fast break points, that hasn't really changed.
So I think Slovenia has somewhat managed to control the tempo for the last 2-3 minutes.
I suppose really it's imperative to see that quick shot from Zupan for Slovenia to finish this half strong and to go in with some confidence.
I mean, it would be great for them if they manage to keep it under single digits. You still see Cousins talking to the coaching staff and being upset, but I think he just got to keep it under control, as you said, Jeff. I mean, this is international basketball. He's playing against a lot smaller players that are quick and they are smart. So he's got to watch it. He's the big body out there. The referee's not going to give him anything for free. That's a good lesson for him as the tournament goes on.
Well, the foul, because of that, it has put Zupan on the line. They are in the bonus. And Zupan misses, so some opportunities going by the wayside at the charity stripe for Slovenia.
That's 5 missed free throws. It's imagine that they would make 2 or 3 of those 5 misses. Be looking a lot better for them.
And to the frustration of the Slovenia fans here, Zupan misses both. Now, Rudy Gay gets inside and is fouled by Balazic.
Till this moment, Zupan was 100% free throws. He hasn't missed a free throw in 6 games in the tournament. So that's a rare miss by him.
Well, you can see his Cousins is over there. It's the 3 foul man. Both guys supposed to sit down next to each other. And Rudy Gay misses his free throw.
Well, I got some free throws made by Klay Thompson and Rudy Gay misses.
Balazic has 2 fouls. A lot of people on 2 fouls for Slovenia. Rudy Gay makes the second. So back to a 10-point lead for the USA. Dragic gets it to Doman Lorbeck. Lorbeck drives in, passes to Balazic for 3. And they need to make some of those shots.
That was a smart play by Lorbeck. He just drew the defense on him and made an outside pass.
And Harden couldn't quite get there. It was a great move. And the pass goes off the hands of Dragic. And you can see the Slovenia bench, the coaching staff, there you go, frustrating, saying, guys, slow it down. I don't think the Slovenia team really wants to run as much as last year, and especially against the USA. But then again, if you do run, you get some cheap baskets.
You gotta make sure, but I mean, you don't want to turn the ball over like that. I mean, Coach Duff is visibly upset about that. Still a 10-point game, a very good result in the first half. You're going back to the zone.
Rudy Gay, oh, that quick. That's the quickest dunk you'll ever see.
This is how you beat the zone. You make a quick pass to the post, and then you look for the cutter. Great job there by Davis.
Zoran Dragic in. Now the Lorbeck. 10 seconds on the shot clock. He hands it back off to Balazic, who was fouled by Gay. And Gay just blocked it just to make a statement.
Did you see how high he got on that block? I mean, he is susceptibly athletic. I mean, you don't think that Rudy Gay is so athletic, but he just gets up there with the best of them.
Well, he's tall as well. He's got a couple of fouls, and you know, Slovenia have an opportunity here at the end of the first half if they can get to the free throw line to get some points on the board. And Balazic makes it.
You're right. Rudy Gay is listed at 2 meters 3, 6'8". So he's a tall man, but he still really gets up there.
Yeah, I thought he was taller than that. So he's really, I guess he's long arms. Makes just 1 of 2, but Anthony Davis can't get the rebound. Anthony Davis still young. Years of age. Zoran Dragic gets it to Zoran Dragic. Okay. Spins, hands it off to Zupan. Thought about it, puts up a little jump hook. Davis with the rebound.
I think Zupan went away from the contact, and it's difficult to do a jump hook if you do that.
Now, Derrick Rose lost it, and up ahead to Zoran Dragic. And he goes up for the 2-handed jam on the fast break, so that gets it back to 9 for Slovenia.
Harden just gave up on defense. He didn't want to pick up a foul, just allowed Zoran Dragic to dunk it home.
Yeah, Harden's got 2 fouls. Rudy Gay for 3. Oh, are you kidding me?
That was a miss. There was some miscommunication. I mean, the players are looking at each other. Who missed an assignment there in the zone? You cannot cover the shooters.
Beautiful stroke from Rudy Gay. Zoran Dragic, that's off. And Harden with the rebound.
That's a tough shot. Rudy Gay. I mean, Klay Thompson had a hand up.
Harden gets in. And quickly another chance to run here for Slovenia. Back outside, they get to Dragic. And Zoran Dragic makes it. So the USA hustle back.
And look at the hustle of the Slovenians. They just somehow retrieve the ball. And it's a quick shot for them. A little bit of luck on that one. But then Slovenia's got 39 points here.
Well, it's, you know, you've got the threat of those shot blockers from the USA. You want to get that shot up as quickly as possible. We've seen it with Stupon. We saw it there. And USA called a timeout. Up 10.
Very good by the United States. Their players are very focused on the shooters. I have not seen a shot that wasn't contested again. You gotta give a lot of credit there to the perimeter defense of the Americans. They are just really getting out on the shooters, trying to challenge the shot and at least get a hand up. This was the fast break by Zoran Dragic, just finished off with a dunk. I think Slovenia has been successful from mid-distance after making a pump fake, and sometimes they fake the American defenders from their defensive position, and they were able to shoot from the two at least.
Well, Slovenia now have 5 points off turnovers, 16 for the USA. Harden passes over to Gay, and he travels.
Difficult for the US players to get used to the international way of calling the traveling violation.
Stupon comes out. He's got the 2 fouls. So they don't want him to pick up the third. Omic comes in. He has the 2 fouls, but I guess they don't mind him picking one up. Dragic gets around Rose. Zoran Dragic for 3. Good! Well, finally a 3-pointer falls for Slovenia, and they get it back to a 7-point game.
That was a tough shot over Davis, who switched out on that defense.
That's incredible. The USA only up 7, so Slovenia have done a good job of staying within striking distance here. Rose for 3, and misses badly. Anthony Davis gets it back. They said that yesterday in practice they felt like Rose had discovered something with his coach Thibodeau that would help him with that jump shot, but it hasn't been evident tonight. Harden over to Rose, to Klay Thompson. His shot is blocked. Now quickly, Dragic, can he get it up in time? No, he doesn't. And USA are going to halftime, leading at 49-42 over Slovenia in the quarterfinals of the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Well, if you want to look at some of the stats, Slovenia not getting many opportunities from the three-point range to go down. They have just made one, whereas you've got USA have hit some. You've got the rebounding edge. Obviously, that has been the biggest problem for Slovenia, keeping USA off the boards, offensive boards.
But the gap is not growing. I think this is a good news for Slovenia, but also looking at the three-point shooting for the Americans, it's 3 for 10.